All right, welcome back to the channel. This is Great White Northerner, and we've got a box of quarters for you today. We're going to hunt through this and see if we can find some silver. We have been skunked on silver lately. It's not been a lot of success out of, I don't know how many boxes now, probably half a dozen, maybe more, 8 to 10 boxes we've gone through without silver. So anyway, hopefully we can get some silver in this one. We have picked up some enamels and some lower mintage coins, and so that's been all right, but would really like to get some more silver, so let's hope we get there. So this is a customer wrapped box. It is a little suspicious. It's not a jumble of different wrappings like I normally see. They are all kind of wrapped very similarly. I didn't really see any markings, although there is a note on here that it wasn't full. So I've got maybe a suspicion this may have been searched before. So anyway, we'll see. I did want to talk very quickly about the ARP program. So one thing to be aware of, if you have not been watching any of my previous videos, or you're not a collector yourself, or you're just getting into this, or you're interested about the Canadian coins, one of the problems we have here in Canada is the ARP program, which is the Alloy Recovery Program. Basically what that means is in about 2004, the Canadian Mint started a program where they are actively removing all the coins prior to 2001. So in 2001, they changed the alloy that all of our coins are made of into a steel plate with a nickel and copper coating on it. And prior to that, most of the coins were nickel, or even earlier, of course, they were silver. So they are actively taking all those out of circulation. They have been doing that since 2004. So when you see me, pulling out coins where I'll say, maybe that coin has a mintage of 40 or 50 million, the number of them that are out are way less than that now because I have been pulling those out of circulation. And so I'm certainly looking for those even more so than I am looking for some of the lower mintage ones in the enamels and so on, because they're just going to continue to get more and more rare. So anyway, if you ever had a question or you wonder why I'm, kind of more interested in a coin that has 50 million minted and versus a coin that's minted after 2001 that had 28 million minted. That's why. It's because of that alloy recovery program. So, all right, without further ado, we'll get into this and I'll follow the same process. I'll bring you back in if I find something and we'll go roll by roll. All right. All right, we are on roll 2005. Let's try that again. All right, we are on roll 5 here, and if this box was hunted, then they're definitely pickier than I am. So got a couple finds here. Got a 2008 Armistice Poppy quarter here. Its colors are super bright on it, so I will be keeping that. It does have a bit of circulation wear on the rest of the coin, but it's still relatively bright and lots of luster on it. The Ontario coin from 1992 is one of the lower mint ones. I believe, I want to say around 14 million or so for the Ontario coin. So definitely keeping that as well. And then I've got a couple or 3 US coins up there as well. Nothing too exciting, a couple state coins. And that's it. I guess they're all state coins. So, all right, I will bring you in if I find something else. Well, we're on roll 11 here, and this was an interesting roll. So out of this roll, I got all of these. Now, they are, a lot of them worn, so there is quite a bit of circulation and wear on pretty much all of these. These 4 on the end are actually not too bad a shape. They do have some circulation marks on them, but they're above the grade that I would certainly be keeping. So I'm going to keep these 4. The rest are going to go back in, and actually kind of makes me feel even more that this might have been a pre-searched box, just because it kind of, to have all of these in the same roll kind of looks like somebody maybe was culling some of their lower mintage stuff and then just dumping it all in together. So that would explain why there's so many of these enamels all in one roll. Who knows? But anyway, I will keep those 4 for now, and the rest are going back in. All right, I'll bring you back in on the next find. All right, we are on halfway through. I'll roll 25 and have another find here. So I found the 2017 enamel, which is in pretty decent shape. It does have some circulation marks, but for the most part it's nice and bright and still got lots of gloss and luster there. So that's excellent. That's only the second one I have found. So yeah, I'll take that. Stick that up with the rest and moving on. All right, we are on the second last roll, just finishing up here, and I thought I'd bring you in. So I did find a couple. I've got a colored Tecumseh here. There are a little over 6 million of these that were minted, and it's in pretty decent shape. It's got some nice luster on there. There's not a lot of wear on the high marks or high points, so I will keep that one. I don't think there's anything else I missed up here. There might have been this Alberta, Ontario quarter. I'm still debating on whether to keep it or not. It's a little bit worn from circulation, but it's not too bad. I also have the 73s that I've pulled out here, the Centennial Mounted Police quarters. I'll check those for the large head at the end of the hunt. And then, yeah, I've been kind of picky. I have found quite a few commemorative quarters as I've been going through. I found one lower mintage quarter, a 1996, which is about 28 million, but it was in pretty rough shape, so I just didn't bother keeping it. And you can see here, like there's another, that's the poppy quarter. It's all worn out in the middle there, and that's just kind of an indication of a lot of the stuff that I did find. So I actually would say, you know, under normal circumstances, if you were just collecting the quarters and not really worrying about the condition they were in, there were actually quite a few in this box, but you know, I'm starting to get a decent number, and so there's just really no point in hanging on to these lower quality ones. So, so anyway, that's all I got. I've got one more roll to go through, and I'll come back in and do the wrap up. All right. Box is empty and we are done. So kind of a light box, not a whole lot here to talk about, but we'll go through what I have here. So we've got some US quarters, again nothing exciting here, just a bunch of state quarters, and most of them in pretty rough shape. So I got $1.75 there. We've got 3 of the the province quarters from 1992, and they're, you know, they run between 10 and 14 million or so for most of them. So I did check the Northwest Territories one for the rotated die. It is not a rotated die version. Got 2 from the Legendary Nature series, the Yellow Falcon, and the Blue Orca. I got the 2008, pretty decent shape Armistice quarter, and then one of my favorites, the 2015 Remembrance Day Poppy, beautiful quarter there. They've got the 2017, so as I mentioned, that is my second one that I found of those. So that was a nice find. We've got 2 from the War of 1812, or Heroes of the War of 1812 series. Excuse me, got Laura Secord and Brock, both in decent shape. Excuse me. And then I have the 1973 Centennial quarters. So I always just keep a 1972 close by to to check them up against. Sorry about that. And you can see that the head on the 1972 is much bigger than the ones on these 273. So what you're looking for is a 73 with a obverse that looks like this. So anyway, that's it. Not much. So we'll see, depending on what kind of footage I have here, I might just mix this with another box. So anyway, you'll know if I'm still hunting in a couple seconds. All right, take care, everyone.